Alright, and welcome to Terror Games in the Dark. This is your host, Chucking Dice. Today we're going to have a little special presentation for you. This is a game called Castlevania, The Holy Relics. This is a ROM hack that was created by the following people. Optomon, Setz, I hope I'm saying that right, Bitblade, Dr. Mario, and Boneless Ivar. I have a link to where this ROM hack is actually available, and if you know how, if you properly own a copy of the original Castlevania and its corresponding ROM hack, you can actually apply the ROM hack to the game and play this game. It's a take on the original Castlevania, and it has a lot of stuff similar to Vampire Killer for the MSX, which is also a Castlevania game. So let's go ahead and get this started. Well, let me increase the volume to the game because it has excellent music. Obviously, because it's a Castlevania game. So, I'm going to do something different right here. Usually I have my chat on my television, but in this case, today I decided to put the game on the television and play it like old style. But if you do have anything to say, I have the chat open. Let me know, and I'll occasionally kind of pause and look over, because this is a platformer, so it takes a little bit more concentration than the adventure games I've been playing. I mean, adventure games takes concentration, but it's a different kind. So as you see, it's more of a select stage, kind of like Castlevania Belmont's Revenge for Game Boy. But we'll do the first one. And you can actually select different relics. And if you notice, some of the relics look like the treasures that you can find in other Castlevania games, like the bag of money or the crown. I'm not sure if the shoes and the coffee, and I don't know what that thing is there, like a I don't know what that is, like a crystal of some sort, right next to the crown. But the cross, these are like secondary weapons, and how you use them is you have to press the select button. Obviously the cross does exactly what the cross does in the original game, and it kills all the enemies on screen. Won't kill the bosses, but we'll kill the enemies. And then I'll try and showcase as many of the artifacts as possible, but some of them are pretty useless, and I don't like using them, and honestly, I'll get myself killed. So let's start with Dennis Woods. So obviously all the music is from the original, or from the Castlevania series. It's a hodgepodge of stuff. Now, there's no story. It doesn't start with a opening sort of prologue like the other games. That key is very important. I'll show you where you use that key. And this heart, the blue heart, actually increases your level to your sub-weapon. If you look at the top right-hand corner, you can see how much times I can use that. It's not like basically the holy relic weapon. And here's the door, and obviously you need a key to open the door. Very much like how you advance in Vampire Killer on the MSX. What's cool is that you can whip the door, and actually your whip will strike it, which I think is a neat little effect that the game creators put in. I mean, obviously it won't open, but it's kind of neat that you can do that. So let's just go ahead and go in. There's the axe. I like using this one. It has a different arch than the one that can be found in the first game. Holy water works exactly the same. I don't think you can really... I don't know, maybe in the first game you can really cheese that weapon on people, on enemies. The oak stake basically is the dagger. The thing is, though, I think the oak stake is much stronger than most of the weapons, because I hit a boss with that once, and it took out like 3 of its hit points. The problem is that Oh, as you can see, it's oh well. Sorry, guys. When you don't concentrate fully on Castlevania, you just start getting hit. Okay, now I'm gonna be dead. It still has a Castlevania difficulty. And now I gotta build up my whip. There we go. Oh, I got the key early on. Usually the key's in blue candles, but sometimes, yeah, you can find them in red candles. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or it was meant to be like that, but I'm kind of glad I found it early on. Money bags. Often wonder if, like, the character you're playing is Simon Belmont. This is supposed to be a middle adventure in between Castlevania 1 and 2. Shoot. The one thing I wish this hack would have is the directional jump that's found in a hack of Castlevania 3. Directional jump basically is that you can jump exactly like how Mega Man jumps in his games, where you can control the direction as you're in midair. Most of the Castlevania games don't have directional jump, at least in the NES era. I think that's something that was more prevalent in Super Nintendo and any of the 16-bit systems. I hate these bats. They're almost as annoying as the original bats. Duck. Oh, cool. Got 2 hearts. Alright, I know those are supposed to be like the, mermen, but they kind of look like bears. Like, kind of pink bears. Oop. This weapon's very important. Oh shit! Ah, shoot! Ah! Christ, I don't have that whip upgrade. Oh shoot! Is it here? Nope. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, shoot. I'm doing terrible right now. I was practicing with this game a lot, just because I really like the gameplay. And I thought I was getting good, but I was practicing on my handheld system. Not to say that that's an excuse, but it was much easier on my handheld system. I always like getting a lot of hearts to increase the ammunition of my, of my sub weapon. I really love getting those blue hearts because they make the game a lot easier. So I'm not sure if I want to get that or not. I'll think about it. Still have time. So what I'm gonna do here is just farm for hearts. You can kind of glitch those guys out. Get about like 30 and then I'm satisfied. You know what, I'll get the oak stake, so see how slow it moves. It doesn't even move as fast as the dagger back in the old game. I love this music, by the way. hidden thing right there. Oh, man. Oh, well, I don't really need it. Okay. So that takes 3 and not just like the normal like 1. I mean, you could be just a weak enemy. Trick is to kind of keep underneath him because his webs kind of go at an angle. But then, yeah, it gives you a chance to do that. Now I'm going to show you how to use these. So let's say you're right here, he shoots there, and then you can use the special holy relic to kill his projectiles. There we go. I got an extra man. I needed that. Okay, just got the crown, and basically, guys, if you get this crown, you're not going to have a very... I mean, if you're a good Castlevania player, it'll help out a lot. If you're a bad Castlevania player, it'll help out a lot too, but I will pick it for my next one. So, Camilla Crypt. So Camilla, I believe, is the enemy from one of the two bosses other than Dracula himself in Castlevania 2. She also appears in later games, I believe. But I'm going to pick the crown. What the crown does is that it increases the power of your whip. What the hell? Glitch the bird out here. So I guess one problem is that like you can glitch enemies out if they don't move as much. I don't care because those birds are freaking annoying. They're not as bad as the birds from Castlevania 3, but they're pretty bad. Okay, there's the key. You always need to grab the key. See how you can glitch out those skeletons too? Oh! Attack. Okay, get up, get up, get up. I think that's an enemy from Castlevania 2. I'm not really certain if I'm correct on that, but I do kind of remember an enemy like that in the second game. I hate those little, what are those, like dragon totem poles? Never liked them in any of the games. So I'm just gonna go to the next level here. There are like a lot of secrets and stuff like that, but you can find secret treasures that I don't think it really changes the outcome of your game. At least I don't know because I've not got them all. But I'm sure they're not necessary. Nope. I don't want that either. Supposed to go this way. There's a skull right here. Let's kill him. Key. Like always forcing him into my holy water. That's always a good strategy. Sometimes you can hit those gravestones, but I guess in that case you can't. Okay. Let's jump one more time here. Okay. Alright, I think I'll show you this little hidden secret. So first, you gotta get rid of this guy because he's really annoying. And then jump, and then all of a sudden that appears. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get the axe. Need health. I do not want the stopwatch. Some people like using the stopwatch. I'm not a big fan because, first of all, it doesn't stop everyone. It only seems to stop, like, you know, the lesser enemies. I think in the first game it did stop Medusa. I don't need that. Okay, so I gotta time this right. He's gotta shoot his little bandages. Oh. There we go. I think, yeah, there it is. A little bit of health. See, the arch isn't as... Oh, crap. Well, oh, I hate when... Yeah, oop. I always find it annoying that they take away your whip upgrade. I get it. It's called challenge, but... Come on. Yeah, I always hate it when they take your whip upgrade because the game just becomes much more difficult without a longer whip. You'll be kidding me again. Also, this becomes more difficult because I don't have the range. Do it with the axe. There we go. Oh, crap. Always zoning out. There we go. Alright, I'm not doing too well here, though. God damn, I was like trying to use my stopwatch, but... Oh! Just would not let me use it. No! Okay, I need to be real careful here because I need to pick up as many power-ups as possible. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. You hit select, and then, like, look how much health I took off. Oh, and oh no, the stopwatch does not do anything. Look at that. So this, I don't know what this is. It's like a, to me it looks like one of those like snow globes you shake and it snows. But I think what that thing does is actually will slow down enemies and temporarily make you invisible. Invincible. It makes you disappear. Let's do this one because I always find this level a little annoying. Plus it actually has some pretty good music. We'll use this because you need it to beat the boss in this enemy. The boss in this enemy is the Grim Reaper. But it is Bloody Tears that's playing. Oh. Okay, a little bit of a tricky place here where you have to dodge these two birds. Oh. There you go, you got the key. Alright. So, if you notice, did you notice that, like, candle disappearing? I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that, but I don't want to judge because this is actually an awesome hack. There's no way I could make anything like this. Alright, fine, stay there. Nope, nothing there. Yeah. I'll take that. God, I hate when they do low attack. There we go. Nah, I don't need it. Plus I'd have to go around again. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot! Why is it not facing the right? Oh, cool. Forgot that that was there. Okay, this is the worst enemy in the game. They're like the Medusa heads, but they have two different patterns they attack with. That faster one and that slower kind of moving forward gimmick. And I know I'm making this look easy, but goddamn, I hate this part. No, I'll stick with the X. Oh, shoot, I should have... Nah, whatever. So what's cool is that, like, even though you're supposed to go to the left, you can come here and there's a little bit of a... Oh, a little bit of a secret. Not really a secret, just more level. I hate these things. I mean, I guess I should be happy that they're not carrying the little, the flea men, little Igors that like hop off of them. But they attack at such a weird angle. All right, so I got 4 of these things now. Got to hang on to them. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, I don't want this one. Go. Man, I don't need any of that. Okay. So there we go. I just used the snow globe. And like it kind of slows them down. Like the sickles are supposed to appear, but I think because of the slow motion thing happening, it prevents him from doing it. I like this because I am really terrible at fighting the Grim Reaper. I'm one of those guys, if I play Castlevania 1, I need to use the holy water trick. If I can't do the holy water trick, I just kind of basically just like die and then work my way up there with the holy water. So you throw the holy water at him, it makes him pause, and won't make him like unleash those sickles or skies or whatever they are. the dragon, so I'll use the cup of coffee. Okay. And no, you can't go in this door. It's just a red herring. Oh, shoot. Every time I play this game, I always say I'm not going to get that stupid stopwatch, and I always do. Go, jump. Oh. So yeah, the cup of coffee regains your health, so if you're having trouble, you're getting hit too many times, like I do, and you can use those. It's basically like the E-tank from Mega Man, but I don't think it can refill it completely. So just word of warning, if you hit it once and you don't hit the other one and walk towards it, for whatever reason it'll just disappear. Again, I don't know if that's a glitch or it's supposed to do that. Come on. Get on there. Get away, get away, don't shoot me. Yep. Oh. That was so close. Go faster. Phew. I hate those bubbles. I think in general I hate underwater enemies. Particularly in the games that where underwater kills you. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, shit. What the hell? Should have took more hits than that, but I'll take it. I think there's a... There it is. Thank you. I'll just use the cup of coffee just to increase my health a bit. So I will get hit a lot in this game. Oh, poop. Or I'll just fall in water and drown. Great, now the game's really hard. God damn it. There we go. Oh. Gotcha. I think I need this more than the other one. Nope. No! I did not even know that wall meat was in there. I think I can just do this. Oh, come on! Gotcha. That's what I was looking for last time. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. Face the right way. Okay, I don't want to get that. Thank you. Oh shit. Not a good place to be. Thank you. Okay, can I beat this game or beat this boss with what I have? Yes, I think I can. Here, right here. Nope, 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 nope. It's gonna be across the screen again. And he's gonna appear at the first one. No, or that one. Doesn't matter, he's dead. Okay. So this relic is pretty useless. What it does is that if you kill any enemy, it'll just give you an insane amount of points. And I think the idea is that it gives you so many points that you'll always get, like, you'll eventually get a lot of extra men. Or extra lives or whatever. But I feel that I don't really need it as much as I think. So I don't really tend to use that one a lot. I think I'll use this one. This is music from Castlevania 3, actually. Cool, got the key. It's the holy water, I'll get it, but no, it's not. Actually, I think there is a secret right here. So, anytime you find this thing, just jump off, and then all of a sudden, treasure. Also, a lot of respawning enemies. And, Castlevania Manor, Jesus. So this Minotaur here, very similar to the Axemen from the first game. A little bit of wall meat there. Jesus Christ, where did that guy come from? It is. Nope, nope, nope. Bastard. So still need to get the key. So I believe the key is... This is cool. You just kind of wait, and that guy will just fall to his death. There it is. See if I can do the same thing to this guy. Nope. He has... Aha. Come on, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. Show you another secret. If you go here, that'll be there, but then you gotta jump back there and get it, and that's pretty dangerous. So I kind of usually leave it alone. Sometimes it just pays not to get treasure. Ooh. Nice shot. Alright, where are we now? Okay, I hate this part because... There we go. If you kind of walk a little bit, I think you can kind of see the boss here, but yeah, he's not walking. Because that's where the boss is located. I think if I... Nah. You can see him just walk back and forth. Alright. Let's just let it go down. There's a bit of a tricky scene right here. Trust me, you want to get rid of this guy quick. Don't need to worry about that Minotaur. Do need to worry about these guys, though. Makes traversing there a little easier if you get rid of him. What the hell? Is this guy invincible? That guy was like a boss. Speaking of which, make sure you get the wall mate here. Here's the boss. So if you get that crown, you don't need anything else. I just needed to use one. So as near as I can figure, that boss, the skeleton, he moves exactly kind of like the Frankenstein boss from the first and third game, but then he shoots those fireballs. So now you're at Vrad Manor. So this is the guy who's up to the enemy that you have to fight, the main boss, the Dracula, so to speak. I don't know why he's called Vrad, but... and usually I just go with the crown, just because the crown's the most helpful. Those shoes are useless. All they do is make you appear, they just make you kind of, like, fall from the ceiling. And I think they're helpful if you want to, maybe, skip some, like, levels. If there were a couple levels there, you would fall and just, you know... disappear and fall from the sky, and then if there was any platforms on top, you'd appear on those platforms. But most of the time, you know, it's just really useless, particularly this deep in the game. Now you don't have to do the way I... Oh shoot! Well, don't do that. You don't have to do the levels the way that I did them. Obviously, you can play them in any form you want. That's why I like this game, is because it gives you options. Sorry, I just... need to concentrate. Oh shit. Like I said, the... No, no, no. Okay. Don't bother fighting that one. Just go to the next level. See, the stake kills things in like one shot. Like those take 2 hits, but it's 1 hit with the stake. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I died. Okay, so don't let this fool you, but there is no continue screen, but if you do press start, anything you've beaten already is beaten. So let's try this again. God damn it. Hate the whip delay sometimes. I realize it's part of the game, but I mean, I love the whip, don't get me wrong. Yep. Yep. Oh, the key. Oh, I didn't pick up the key last time. I'm like seeing all the power-ups that I need just drop. Oh! Okay. Invincible for a sec. Yes. Just walk through them. Where the hell did that guy come from? Oh, did I just... Ah, I did. Okay. Whatever. Is there a health power up here? Yes, there is. Yeah, I'll get it. I do kind of need it. Actually, how much time do I have left? I love this music. It's Castlevania 2, I believe. Anytime you go into a manor, this plays. No! Oh, I needed that. Damn it. Shit. Yeah! Ah! Okay. Doesn't matter because what it really does good is that it actually heals you because you're pretty much at the end of the game. I think I will stick with the axe. I think the only other possibility... I don't think there's any enemies here, but you can actually do a little bit of farming, which I definitely will do. I think it's right over here. So there, you can get this, but nah, I don't want to use that. Not a big fan of the cross. Unfortunately, that doesn't appear again. I think I'd do it with 52, but I'll just get a little bit more, just in case. Okay, so what's cool is that, like, even though you're supposed to go this way, you can just walk this way just to see what's back here, and really there's nothing back here. If you jump off there, you're dead, but I think it's kind of neat that gives it a little bit of character. A little bit, you know, shows the space, and I mean, look at this sky. It looks incredible. Whoever designed the backgrounds did actually a really good job, because normally it's really hard to create backgrounds in these games. Sometimes people will just take what was given to you in the first game and just kind of readjust it and make it look all silly and stuff like that. Like, look at that. It's a pumping heart. You can whip it and nothing happens. So this is the warlock, I think, that's controlling everything. He kind of looks like a neighbor that used to live next to me. So killing him is actually a pleasure. But then he turns into the devil. Yeah! All you need is this. Now, see, that Bible, it looks like the Bible that you use in Redondo Blood and Symphony of the Night and all the other, you know, games that came after. Unfortunately, you can't use it as a weapon, but doesn't matter because you beat the game already. So here's the ending. It even has an ending. Despite his ailments, Simon salvaged the holy relics, so that kind of tells you that this does take place between 1 and 2. The mysterious necromancer who stole them died painfully. Because I whipped the shit out of him and threw an axe in his face. And the demons he resurrected ceased and deteriorated. After his victory, Simon journeyed to the Holy Land. An ethereal voice guided him through an exotic forest. This led him to the gates of a cavernous sanctuary. I like how he's like putting back all the relics that you found. Simon sealed and delivered the 7 relics here from evil. The avarice of misguided crusaders had been undone. And a graven peace thrived for centuries everywhere. So I think it's kind of neat that, you know, it has the landing. Treasures found. So this is how many, I guess, like those little treasure boxes I found. I think I found 4, but I didn't actually acquire one of them. Thank you for playing. The end. So I think the ending is a lot better than the first Castlevania. So here are the people who created it. Optomon, looks like some guy then named Hobotix was a tester. and then yeah, the rest of the artists that contribute to this game. Like I said, this is actually a really good ROM hack. Normally, what people do is that they'll just, when they create a ROM hack of Castlevania, they just make it incredibly hard to play. And you know, I get it. Like if a person's really good at Castlevania, they want a challenge, or if they're really good at Castlevania and they know how to do a ROM hack, they want to make it extremely challenging because they're probably making it into their mindset of what would be more fun, a more like balls hard challenging game. But you actually have to kind of consider that you want to make a game. If you want to do a ROM hack, you want to make if it's their first Castlevania game a person's playing, you don't want to scare them away. So if you want to do something like this, you probably want to make it not easier but playable is the right word. Like, let's see if I can maybe I'll show you an example of one that is a bit too hard. Some people like this one as well, but I am not a fan. Where is it? Is this it? Okay, so this is Bloody Adventures. Looks like it's hacked by some named Slain Dragon. So if you look at it's kind of Simon Belmont circa now, because he's got the red hair rather than the normal look. See, you can tell, like, I mean, I think this one has its charm too, but I think the bad part of it is this background is really does not blend well, like in the Holy Relics. Notice how, like, the zombies, I can hardly see where they are. Also, this game kind of plays like the original game, like the level, it's down to the level design. Do. This is kind of neat. Hit the window. Yeah, like the colors are a bit too vibrant. Just turned purple for a second. Oh, looks like you keep the Roman numeral thingy when you switch to a different weapon than this one. And bats keep on attacking you. Wish I can speed this up. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one because, like, right now it even looks like this part looks even worse than the first part of the game. So see that right there? That's bad design. It's just like a knight just falling. I don't know if that was intentional. I guess it was. Let's go up these stairs, see where they lead. Oh. Oh. My favorite weapon. It is not. Yeah, oh. Fuck. Oh, bull. Ghost is gonna come up right here. Yep. It's too much like the first game. No. Keep on trying to get like gotta get used to that, the fact that when you get that Roman numeral thing, you don't lose it. At least in this version of the game. You know, this isn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. And again, I have been playing Castlevania a lot lately and gotten a lot better at it than I usually am. At first I was terrible at this game, and I was okay as a kid, but I wasn't really that good. Okay, so this is where all the... I couldn't tell what that was supposed to be, too. It's like an attacking cross almost. Back here. Okay, let's see if I can do this right. Ah. Get a lot of crosses. Dun, dun. Okay, you just kind of walk forward, right? Oh, 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 I don't want that one. No! Okay, this is gonna suck. Unless a glitch happens there. Stuff just changed pink? Some Kizash. After a while, Simon's gonna go to town and get rid of that stopwatch. I like how it's like a little bit of like a blood splatter. Ah, same. Okay, so I think this game is a little bit more trickier, or I just keep on falling for the same damn tricks. Oh, just notice that it keeps your sub weapon. You know, it's a little area where it goes pink there. There's a lot of crosses around this area. Not the stopwatch, which is right here. Oh, it's right above, right? Like slashing at him, like, oh yeah, that's right. The thing that kills everything in the board. What the hell? No! God damn it! I don't want that one. Fuck off. Oh, screw you. Any other? No. Sword? No, cross. Sword, right? Oh, it's the dual sword. Okay, as I recall, this is what I learned from a person who does a speed run. Usually I like just to use the holy water though, because the holy water is the only way I can beat the Grim Reaper. But someone who did like a speed run beat like Castlevania in like, I don't know however many minutes it took him, less than 10 minutes, I don't know. They said that that's the best weapon to use against the mummies. I get those if I can't? Oh. Nope. No. Don't want that watch. Don't want this axe either. So if I'm gonna fight Frankenstein, then I need something a little bit better than this. Right here. Holy water, there we go. And I got hit. I love that kind of effect where you're jumping out of the water and splashing. Oop. No, 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 no. Okay, so this is the part I really hate. I don't like this in the original game. I hate the fact that you have to do this traversing of... Well, maybe it's not going to be so hard. Maybe if I can find more of those. There we go. Because I hate the flea men. He's the bane of my existence. The only reason why is that sometimes they'll like leave a sub-weapon and I don't want to get any sub-weapon. I like the one I have now. I'm going to do this. Bam! I hate you. I want that though. And then it goes pink. And oh, that was easy. Usually I just run underneath that thing. This ROM hack actually is a lot easier. I think it's a little too easy though. I think actually there are two versions of this hack. A hard one and an easy one. Money! But a wall meat there. I do think Holy Relics is much better. Although, if Simon Belmont was this rich, he could have just hired vampire killers to kill Dracula. For those of you who can like beat this game like without any of that stuff, I mean, I applaud your skill. I have to cheese the thing. It's the only way I'll win. Okay, so for me in the original game, this is the hardest level. I'm not very good at it. What the hell was that? Freaked me out that he was like stuck in the wall. Now this level's a lot better because cause Belmont's really, you know, bright, and the background is sort of little toned down. All the other sprites are very bright as well. So this background actually works. Even those green skeletons blend, don't blend with the background like in the first game, or first level. What the hell? Alright, but diddle-dally around. Die. Oh, I see. Those aren't... People can walk through that part. Oh! Okay, I guess I did glitch him. So as I recall, that's a money bag, and the one at the far end is an axe. So what I've learned from actually a tutorial is that you walk away from him, he'll keep on charging you. This is an axe. I don't want that. It's red though. Matches my pretty boy hair. Oh, duck. There's an axe guy right here, right? Yep. I think the, instead of having hearts, it has those little red vials that were in the Genesis version of this game. Not the Genesis version, I'm sorry, it's Bloodlines, I think it was called. Oh shit. I should have taken out a lot more health. Yeah, I think this is an easy version of this hack. Which suits me fine, because I've gotten my ass kicked in the first game a lot. Let's see if we can do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! Get up there. Where'd that guy go? Peace. Yum, 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 yum. Ah! Let's see. Oh, shoot. Duck! Jump! No. Okay. No, I don't want that one. Take this heart though. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. Go here. Oh shoot! He appeared in the wrong direction! That's not where you're supposed to appear! Whoever did the ROM hack knew what I was planning. I don't know what to do. Stop moving. Call it a day. Because I killed the Necromancer, and now I'm going to kill Dracula. I think Dracula's at the end of this game. So there's an axe right there. Yeah, I don't need that. See if I can beat it with the holy water. Thank you. Oh. I gotta get it to it. Oh god, that was close. Maybe I'll beat 2 ROM hacks in one night. No, 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 run, 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 run! Why is there a... Oh, they put a... they put a little safety platform here. I wonder if there's anything here. Nope, guess not. Usually that's a pit. So, just like, if you go to the left too much, then I think the flea men on the birds will come after you. For whatever reason, I have a lot of difficulty on this part. See? This is... I don't know. The sprite just looks way too red to me. Okay, let's go. Oh, I don't have the Roman numeral thing. What the hell? I thought it was supposed to save it. God. Don't get this one. One of these is the sword. Yeah, don't get the double sword. I mean, it looks cool, but trust me, it's not that great. Go, 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 go! Oh! Oh, there's a safety... Yeah, there's supposed to be a pit right there. Go, 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 go! Alright, so... Huh. Way different from the one in the original game. Nah, I don't want that one. There's no way I can get that. Oh, bloody hell. Let's see if anything... Let's see, maybe if I go down I can check those candles. Alright, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to do this with the boomerang thingy. Or the cross. There's invisible stairs here. I guess in Redondo Blood they have the same thing, so I will excuse it. Some cash for the Belmont clan to fund our vampire hunting. I don't want that either. Oh, there we go. Okay, see, let's say I can do this without... Jesus Christ, I'm too far away. The hell? Thanks. Fudge off. Notice that Dracula's wearing a cross. Jesus. Huh, that's cool. I can just hit him multiple times from here. If he doesn't kill me first. It's like stuck. They really probably should have thought this straight through here. Oh, there we go. Oh, now it's a lot scarier. But I mean, these platforms aren't here in the original version. But if you were on the ground, you could do the same thing. In fact, I'll just do it. So you just keep on cheesing him with this, and then he'll die eventually. Normally you have to hit him like this, but you don't really have to. You can just do it from here with the holy water, and then he dies. And there you go. That's the end of the game. That's at least the ROM hack. This ROM hack's a lot easier, so I don't know. Maybe check it out if you're having trouble beating the original game. Well, that's kind of cool. I like the light kind of shining into the sky. It looks like it's being, like, pulled up. Yeah, you know what? Slain Dragon did a pretty good job. I would say this is really good for people who need, like, a practice Castlevania. Because the original game is hard, but if you do master it, you eventually become really good at it. But if you're really good at Castlevania, this won't be that much of a challenge to you. The Holy Relics, though, is a challenge. I mean, as you know, during my playthrough, I died a couple times, so I do recommend that for even the most seasoned Castlevania vet. Also, it's a lot of fun. Kind of reminds me of the second Game Boy game. That looks like they got the name right in this. The credits here. Played the greatest role in this story. Bum bum bum. Yeah, let's close this here. So, thanks for joining me in this playthrough of 2 Castlevania ROM hacks. The Holy Relics and the other one I played, the Bloodletting, I think it was called. I forgot what it was called. Let me double check that name here. I don't want to give to Slain Dragons credit. Yeah, Bloody Adventures. That's what it was called. So yeah, thanks for joining me for that one. Bloody Adventure is good for beginner, someone who hasn't played Castlevania a whole lot. Maybe they'll enjoy playing that game. If you do actually get the Japanese release of Castlevania, the one that came out on the Famicom, if you get that one, there is an actual easy mode where when you get hit, you don't get pushed back, and I think when you get hit, it doesn't take as much health, because the idea is that as the game goes on, if you get hit more and more, like in the beginning of the game, it'll just like take, I think, 1 or 2 points off, but as you get deeper into the levels, it'll take like 4 points off. So you can get hit like only 4 times or 5 times at most in later levels. But the Konami version that came out for the Famicom has an easy mode where you just get, if it's like, I think you only get like, it takes off 2 life points per whatever. If you run into someone or if you get hit by a projectile, it takes like 1 off. Just a lot easier. And like the entire getting hit and being pushed back thing, a lot of people are very turned off by that mechanic. Because yeah, there's a lot of cheap deaths that can happen. Like you get hit and it just pushes you off a platform or whatever, as you saw in Castlevania: The Holy Relics. But if you play that game enough or play enough Castlevania and know your way around, that game it will be a challenge, but it'll be a lot of fun. It's like one of those fun challenges. I don't know what I'm going to play next. Maybe I'll play a little bit of the original Castlevania 3, the original version that that came out in Japan rather than the one that came out in the U.S. The one in the U.S. I can't beat. It's just way too hard for me. It's a very difficult game. But the one that came out in Japan, I can beat. But there's a version that I play. It's a ROM hack where it gives you directional jump. I talked about it during my gameplay through Castlevania: The Holy Relics. I like doing that version just because I love the fact that you have directional jump. And it gives you a little bit of an edge. But let's just face it, like Trevor Belmont and Simon Belmont in these games aren't the most equipped people to like battle this horde of enemies, and giving you that directional jump gives you a slight edge. And I like the fact that like there's a difference between like, so I don't think there's a version that gives you directional jump in any of the first two Castlevanias, particularly the first Castlevania. If there was, I think the first game would be way too easy. But in terms of the third game, giving him a directional jump makes it a lot more fun. It just makes it all the difference. It gives you a balanced challenge. It's still hard. Don't get me wrong. It's like a hard game, but it's a real fun challenge now. And there's plenty of times where I just die in that game. And it's frustrating because there are a couple of like sub weapons that I don't like losing, and I hate when I lose my whip upgrades. But maybe I'll play that next. One of these days I got to start playing Resident Evil 7 though, and I'd like to do that as like, a streaming session just cuz it's fun to play that game and being able to talk out loud even though it's terrifying. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure if I'm going to start it this week or the following week. We'll figure it out, but I want to play some more Castlevania. I love playing those games. It's really fun. I like the horror aspect of it all. I'm a big fan of the Hammer horror stuff, so that's a whole ton of fun for me to play those kind of games. But until then, I will talk to you guys later. Keep it rolling.